Hi guys, welcome to my channel Selenium Tech Automation. In this video, I am going to discuss about 5 plus years of experienced candidate interview questions from the company called as Evansys, Evonsys. Okay, the company called Evansys. The interview questions are 5 plus years of experienced candidates who are looking for automation testing job. Okay, so let's get started. Before starting this video, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, and also please watch this video till the end, and also please share this video to your friends or colleagues so that they will also get what type of interview questions we are getting if you are attending as an experienced candidate for the software testing interview. And also your like will support our channel to recommend this video for more people from YouTube point of view. Okay, let's get started. So here you can see this is the most common questions where everyone is facing. Okay, so actually the question here is, tell me about yourself and your roles and responsibilities in your project. Okay, this is the first questions where every candidate will get, whether it is a experienced candidate who is having more than 1 plus years or more than 5 plus or more than 8 plus also. This is a common question. So here how we need to explain here is, so you can tell him that my name is, okay, so my name is so and so, and I am a graduate, like whether it is Bachelor of Technology or degree from which group, BSc or something like that, you can tell. And after that, when did you passed out? So passed out in the year of, for example, 2012 or 2014 or 2020, and I am carrying these many years of experience. Like you can mention the how much years of experience you have. I am carrying 5 plus years of experience, for example, in both manual and automation testing, and I worked on two different domains such as ERP and healthcare domain. For example, if you have less than 4 years of experience, so you can consider it as 2 years for one project and 2 years for the second project. Okay, and you can specify the domains also, on which domain you have carrying this many years of experience, like uh, ERP or healthcare domain, or e-commerce also you can mention, and also you can mention security domain. So based upon your experience and your project and your domain, you can explain the same. And I am having very good experience on using of Selenium WebDriver along with the Java programming language. Okay, you are working as a software tester and you are working with Java programs, you can update the same. And if you are working with Python, or if you are working with Perl or C Sharp, you can choose as per your requirements or as per your experience, you can update the same. And here I am using test engine for the execution purpose, and also very good experience in hybrid framework. Okay, I am using here TestNG for the execution purpose, and also very good experience in hybrid framework. Here hybrid framework means combination of two frameworks. Okay, hybrid framework means whether it is a combination of data driven as well as keyword driven, or cucumber framework as well as data driven. So we can mention it as a hybrid framework. And also we are using Jira as our defect tracking tool, and also we can update that we are using ALM as our test management tool. And also I had very good experience on working with software development lifecycle as well as software testing lifecycle. Okay, in my project I am using AutoIT to automate the Windows based pop-ups as well as Apache Py to handle the .xlsx files. Okay, so if I want to automate means Windows applications, so I'm going to use here AutoIT. And also if I want to automate the read and write operations of xlsx means we can update the Apache Py I'm using to do that. So in this way we can explain them clearly. And coming to our roles and responsibilities, how we can explain means here, so in my previous project my roles and responsibilities, or previous project means the project which you are working currently or which you completed recently. Okay, don't tell that before project or before 3 projects or something like that, but you have to update the latest project only if you are attending for any interview. Okay, so here if you come to roles and responsibilities, so first we will analyze the which test cases are automatable and which test cases are not automatable. Okay, first I will analyze which test cases we can automatable or which test cases we cannot be automatable. Based upon that, automatable test cases can move to the automation test folder. So whatever the test cases I can automatable means I am going to move all these test cases to the test automation folder. So then I am going to write the test scripts for those test cases. So whatever the test cases I kept for the automating, so these test cases I am going to start scripting the cases, right? So and then I am here enhancing the test cases if there are any debugging the test cases, and then we are executing the test cases. Okay, here enhancing means start scripting the test cases, and if I want to debug means so I can debug using of Eclipse the same test cases, and then I am going to execute the test cases. So after the execution I am going to analyze the results. So where we are analyzing means with the help of any kind of report, like whether it is extent report or ATU report or ALU report. So these are the different, and also we can use test engine report also. So by using of all these reports I am going to analyze the test results, like how many test cases got passed and how many test cases got failed at suitable execution. And if there are any defects, okay, if there are any defects, we are going to raise the defect using of either Jira or Bugzilla or using of ALM. And after raising and assigning to the respective developer is going to perform some progress on it one to make or to provide some fixes for the raised defect. So once if we got any fixes from the developer for the raised defects, I am going to conduct some retesting. Okay, I am going to conduct some retesting on the particular bugs which I have raised, and then if it is satisfied as per the customer requirements, then that defect is going to be closed by me only. Okay, as a testers I am going to retest the test case which I got failed, and then I am going to retest and I am going to close if it is working as per the requirements. And if it is not working really, so then again I am going to reopen and assigning to the respective developer using of Jira or ALM or Bugzilla. So this is how we can explain about responsibilities and roles in our previous project, and also you can tell about the experience if you have on different tools while you are automating, so you can explain the same under the roles and responsibilities section. So the next question here is, tell me about your project and its folder structure. So I have to explain, for example, if I worked on a prison kind of domain, so I can explain that. So if anyone makes some crime, or if anyone makes some traffic violence, so okay, so based upon this I am going to file a case on a citizen who is located in India or who is located on as per the country rules and regulations. Okay, so once he got arrested, he needs to send to the prison or jail, okay, to spend the duration based upon the title what he got assigned with. So that based upon the title only he is going to serve his duration in the prison. Okay, after that what we have, we can attend him for the court hearings also. After court hearings, based upon the court decision, he is going to be spend some more time, or he can release from the jail or prison. So that is a next process. So we can explain little bit about our project orally, and then here we are performing the automation, right? So we have to explain the folder structure in clear way. So how means we can explain him that my project is a Maven project, so I am going to create so and so pages under SRC main folder. I am going to start scripting the test cases using of src/test folder, and then for executing purpose here I am using testng.xml file. For capturing the results I am generating one report called as extent report or ATU report or ALU report. And also for storing the test data I am using this .csv file or .xlsx file or word file or txt file or json file as well. And to store the browser information and to store the application credentials or application URLs I am storing in the form of .properties file. So it is not only storing, but after that we are going to read the data from both like .xlsx files and .properties files also. To do that we need to create a separate classes under the src main folder. So once that is done, after execution I am capturing the test results in test output folder. So you can explain whatever the framework you are following so far, you can explain the same framework folder structure in front of him. So after that he will ask like, what is a syntax for property files reading? Okay, if there are any properties file, like for example if I am storing my browser URL as well as browser details as well as application URL and application credentials means, so we need to update him the code in front of him. He will just ask you to share the screen in front of you him only, we have to write the syntax of reading the properties file. How we can do that means, file input stream of FIS equals to new file input stream of our properties file. After that, properties class is there. Properties, I'm creating an object here, properties p equals to new properties of that file input stream object reference variable I need to pass here. After that, we have one more method called as load. So if I use this load method, automatically whatever the information which is containing in that particular path where we define in file input stream, it will come and load into that properties file. Okay, so you can write some syntax. So I just told orally, so you can update, and if you want you can go through the Google, or if you can go through the project also. So how we are retrieving the data from the properties file. So after that, here we have a common program called as how we can reverse a string. Okay, so some people what they will do is, in strings concept we have one reverse method, so we can do in that way, but that is not the right practice to explain in during your interview, but we have to explain it in detail by using of any for loop. Okay, so mainly we can use one for loop here to reverse a string. So how we can do the reverse string means, so first what I will do, I will create one string using of string literal, that is a string str equals to, in between the double quotes I am defining Selenium tech automation, and I am taking one reverse temporary variable. Okay, reverse equals to empty, and then semicolon. So followed by, I am going to take the length of the given string, and I am going to use one for loop here for int I equals to 0 and I greater than or equals to string length -1, and then I minus minus, because we are decrementing, like we are reversing the string. That is the reason why we have to use I minus minus. So then the reverse temporary variable equals to, I am going to capture the character at index value of the given string, and then I am going to print the same after the for loop. So you can check that as well, reverse a string. And how we can create a string here means, as I mentioned, so we can create this string in two different ways, like with the help of string literal and with the help of using of new keyword as well. Okay, so here if you are creating a string using of string literal means, string str equals to define the string in between the double quotes. After that, it will store into some string constant pool area. This information is going to store into string constant pool area. But when we are creating string using of string literal, so if there are any duplicate values present inside that constant pool area, it will point always to the previous reference, which means that it won't allow the duplicate objects in constant pool area. Okay, so you have to explain in a clear way if you are giving answer for this question. And also using of new keyword, how we can give string str okay, string str equals to new string of, we can define the string. Okay, after that you can it is going to store it into some heap memory area, so there it will allow the duplicate values. You can mention update the same. And then, so difference between the array list and linked list. Okay, difference between the linked list and array list. So we have to explain about the array list. How we can explain means, it is coming from the collections concept, right? It is coming from the collections concept. Like we have three different interfaces in our collections framework, that is list interface as well as map interface and set interface. As we know already, list interface, map interface and set interface. So here what exactly the array list will do here. Okay, here what exactly the array list will do here. So first of all, array list is a class and it is representing the sequential collection of objects. Okay, array list is a class and it is representing the sequential collection of objects. And also array list classes or array list class use dynamically growable in nature. And if I want to store the elements in a dynamic way means, so we can go for the array list. And also this array list will allows the duplicate values. Okay, we can explain something about array list along with the syntax of array list. So what is the syntax? Array list of string, the data type al equals to new array list of string, open parenthesis and close parenthesis ending with the semicolon. So if I want to add any data to the array list means, we can use here add method. Okay, there won't be, if I want to find out the length of the given array list means, there won't be any direct method available called as length. Length method is not available. Okay, if I want to find the length of the given array list means, we can use here size method. And if I want to retrieve the items from the given array list means, so we can use here a get method, which is going to be work based upon the index value what we are passing. And also if I want to remove any item from the given array list means I can use here remove method. So these are the two different methods where we can get and where we can remove, and this array list will maintain the insertion order. So that is where I told you that it will take the values in a sequential manner. Okay, so after that what we have linked list. So it is also one kind of, to store the elements in the form of collections only. So we can find out the difference between these two, linked list and array list, what exactly the linked list is doing here. And after that we had one more question called as hash table and hash map. This is also comes under collections concept only, and the overall collections concept also he will ask. Okay, he will ask you overall the collections concept also, and different types of polymorphism here. So what are the different types of polymorphism we can have? So first of all, what exactly the polymorphism? So you need to start from there. So what is polymorphism means? So the name itself it is telling means one entity will behave like multiple forms, correct? So for example, there is a Gandhi family. So from that Gandhi family we have few generations till this Rahul Gandhi. So we means single entity will give multiple forms. So we can tell it as a polymorphism. Under that we can have method overloading and method overriding concepts. You can just go through those concepts also. So what exactly the method overloading and what exactly the method overriding as well. And then what is called as abstraction and interface. So here also some people will get confusion while explaining the what exactly the abstraction, what exactly the interface. So here, so what exactly the abstraction means? It is a process of hiding the implementation details and showing only necessary details to the user. And we have to note few points while working with the abstraction. Okay, these are the rules of abstraction what we need to follow. So if we are using abstraction means, so we can achieve 100% of multiple inheritance here. Okay, we can use we can achieve only we can achieve only 0 to 100% of multiple inheritance. That is the reason why we are going to use interface concept here to achieve 100% of multiple inheritance at class level. Okay, usually in Java multiple inheritance is not possible, but still we can achieve using of abstraction. That too it will allow you only 0 to 100%, not exactly 100%. If you want to achieve full inheritance like multiple inheritance means, you can go with the interface itself. So what are the different rules and regulations may contain the abstraction means? If a class has at least one abstract method means, that class should be declared with the abstract class, correct? If a class is having any abstract method means, we have to make that class as abstract. And also abstract methods must be declared with the abstract keyword and ends with the semicolon, and it don't contain any body, correct? Abstract method means, so this abstract method must be declared with the abstract keyword and must be ending with a semicolon, and this abstract method is not having any body. If this abstract method is present in any class means, that class must be declared with the abstract class only. And also if a class method with body, that is called as concrete methods. Okay, method with a body, then we can call it as a concrete methods. If method without body, we can call it as a abstract method, and that too, that method should be ends with the semicolon. Okay, so these are the different rules we have to remember when we are explaining about the abstraction. And also we can have interface. Okay, and also we can have, and there will be some more rules for abstraction, like we cannot create any object for the abstract class, but we can inherit these abstract classes into the different classes. We can explain in the same way. Okay, then what is our next step here? That is explain about the interface concept. So here Java does not support the multiple inheritance at class level. We all know that Java does not support the multiple inheritance at class level. To achieve full, to achieve this multiple inheritance in correct way means, we have to depend upon the interface. We have to use interface concept here. So for this only we are using this interface. By using of interface, we can achieve multiple inheritance at class level. So you can go through that interface concept also. All the interface methods by defaultly abstract and public. Here abstract means those methods are not implemented in the next child classes, it is going to be implemented. Okay, interface may contain many methods, but those are unimplemented methods only. We cannot create any object for the interface. So you can go through all these topics if you are attending for more than 5+ years of experience. And also we can have test ng annotations also. So in Selenium, we have a mechanism to execute our test cases in sequential way, or we can execute in a parallel way also. So how we can do that means with the help of test ng annotations only. Okay, how we can do with the help of test ng annotations. So what is the sequence here? So he will ask you, so what exactly the sequence we need to follow if we are using test ng means. So we can explain by taking an example of Gmail application, for example. So you can write the sequence using of different annotations. So what are the different annotations we can have in test ng means? We can have at the rate. Okay, I will tell you in the sequential way. Okay, so that is okay. The first sequential here starts with the which one? At the rate before method. Okay, for example, there is a sequence. Okay, so at the rate before method, which means the Gmail login. Okay, after that after method, which means that Gmail logout. After that before class, after that after class, after that before test, after that after test, and then before shoot, and then after shoot. Okay, so there will be some sequence we need to follow if we are using test engine annotation means. And what is the priority here? So suppose if I want to execute my test methods as per my requirements means, we can go with the priorities, because by defaultly test engine will execute the test methods in sequential way or alphabetical way. If I don't want to execute them in sequential or alphabetical way means, we can use here the priorities. We can define the priorities for each and every at the rate test methods. Okay, so after that, how we can handle the Windows based pop-up. So how to handle the Windows based pop-up? So here we have to depend upon the third party tools called as, either it will be auto IT, either it will be securely, either it will be robot class. So with the help of these three, we can automate the window based pop-ups, because there is a limitation from Selenium where it is not able to automate the window based pop-ups. So that is why we are depending upon the third party tools called as securely, auto IT and robot class. After that, how we can navigate at browser level? So as we know already, if I want to navigate forward or backward, so we can have few commands. How we can navigate means with the help of navigate to dot forward, with the help of navigate to dot back. If I want to refresh also, we can have refresh method. So you can also go through that commands, so where we can get it from the websites. Okay, and then sequence of test engine annotations, and here XPath access and sorry. So what is the syntax of implicitly wait? So you can update the syntax in the latest version of Selenium, like duration dot offsets, but earlier it is bit lengthy, but now it is bit shorter. Okay, and then if the element does not have any attributes, how you can create XPath? Okay, how you can create XPath? So here consider there is a web element which is not containing any ID or class or name or CSS. So during that time, we can use here text method. With the help of text contains method of text, we can use there. And also what is a different XPath access? Like we can have ancestors, we have, and siblings, we have preceding, preceding, and following sibling, following. So these are the different XPath access where we can have in XPath access concept. And also if there are any dynamically changing web elements means, we can have starts with, ends with, and contains methods. And sequence of test engine annotations and window handling in Selenium. So in Selenium, there are multiple windows which are openly. How we can automate? Like automating the multiple windows means, so there are two methods mainly. Before that, we need to focus, we need to switch our driver focus to the newly opened window. So how we can means driver dot switch to dot get window handles. So here handles why I am using means, there are multiple windows, right? So this get window handles will work accordingly. So all the windows which are open currently means multiple windows, the return type here is set of string. If there is only one window, if I want to return the ID of the only one window means, the return type here is string of ID. Okay, return type of the get window handle is string. It will return only ID for that only window. But if there are multiple windows, so what is the return type means set of string. It will return the each and every ID for each and every window. These are the different IDs, like unique IDs. None of them are same. Okay, from one window to the another window. And what is the difference between get text method and get attribute method? So consider there is a button, submit button. If I want to get the text, means I can use element dot get text. Okay, and also if there is a text field, consider there is a Gmail application where I am entering my Gmail, like Selenium tech automation at the rate gmail.com. If I want to read this, if I want to get the data from the text box, means we can use here get attribute. So what exactly the defect triage meeting? Okay, what is a defect triage meeting, and what is the difference between agile model and waterfall model, and who and all involved in the agile? If you are following agile methodology, means there will be some people who will involve. If you are following, means, so we can explain about them, like there will be product owner, there will be BA, there will be scrum master, there is a testing team, there is a test manager, there is a development team, and there is a dev manager, dev lead, test manager, test lead, project manager. So these are the different peoples who are involved in the agile. And what exactly the grouping in test-ng? So how we can group multiple test methods into grouping using of test-ng, and what exactly the cucumber options here, annotation, and how to define the step definition class in test runner class. So step definition class means after compiling the dot feature files, we will get one skeleton type of code. So this class, this code where we are getting from the console, this code we are going to paste into a class called as step definition class, and then we are making some changes. So test runner class we can pass with the help of glue keyword. Okay, with the help of glue keyword we can define our step definition file path there. Okay, we can define our step definition file path using of glue keyword. Okay, so these are the different questions, so where an experienced candidate faced during his 5+ years of experience interview with Evansis. Okay, if you want you can just go through these questions. Okay, you can just go through these questions, so I can mention all these questions inside our description under the same video. Okay, so that's all it for now. Thank you so much, guys. So I will come up with the next company interview questions in a shorter time. Until then, take care everyone. Please share this video to your friends and colleagues, so that they will also understand what type of questions we are getting as an experienced candidates. At the same time, your share will recommend this video to the more people who are expecting the same questions. Okay, thank you so much, guys. We will meet with our next session or next video. Thank you.